While you may never deal with a mathematical derivation in your career ever, the process that you're going through in class to think through that derivation, to think through that problem, is the same process that you can use with a different topic later on, and dealing with the frustration that comes with having to solve the problem that's just a very difficult thing to figure out. The more you do that, the more comfortable you become doing that, and that will serve you very well in your early career.
One of the key roles that a college degree or a graduate degree plays is learning how to think. And so by going through the coursework in a technical science, you end up with a pretty powerful skill set around critical thinking. And that skill set of critical problem thinking has been pretty important throughout my career. So you run into challenges, and you got to figure out ways to break through the challenge and end up where you want to be.
You can't find the answer very simply to a lot of things that we have to do. And so we really have to be creative in our problem solving. And I think from my undergraduate experience, that's one of the biggest things that I learned is not necessarily finding what that answer was, but the thought process and how I got to that answer.
Everybody always asks me, oh my God, does the calculus actually matter? It does, because I'm telling you, and the physics too, you're learning problem solving skills, you're learning all different ways to articulate yourself in a certain fashion. So we do something called Agile. And with Agile, it's all about design thinking, figuring out what various use cases resonate for the customer, developing the key use cases that maximum value comes first, and failing early. I know it sounds scary to think about failing, but failing is actually a good thing because the sooner you can fail, the sooner you can find the right solution to solve the problem. I was working with a utility out of Texas, and no shocker to many people listening here, they get hurricanes. We have our whole staff of meteorologists that are providing them the weather forecast and the various index they need to be better prepared for the storm. But they were running into connectivity problems. So they weren't able to access the information as readily, and we found different creative means to get them this information, and it became a bonding experience between us, along with their staff, that even further strengthened the relationship.
There's a term, aplomb, which is defined as self-confidence or assurance, especially when in a demanding situation. Having the ability to think under pressure is definitely a major skill that has helped me succeed in my career thus far, whether it was in the military or in the civilian sector.
One of the things that we actually look for as a hiring manager on your resume is that you've taken these upper level courses, not because we expect you to be able to derive the equations, but because we know that having gone through the process of deriving those equations improves your logic skills and makes you more marketable. Another thing that we look for as hiring managers are individuals who have graduate degrees, because we know that grad school specifically gets you solving hard problems. That can be in the atmospheric sciences or outside of the atmospheric sciences.